I'm Pastor Jen.
And I'm Pastor Jacob.
When we took the call to serve here at Claremont United Church of Christ a little over 5 years ago, we knew that we were going to have to do a capital campaign soon. And most churches our size do one every 10 years. It's actually been over 15 here at this church. This isn't something that any pastor looks forward to, but it's absolutely something that's necessary. And it's our responsibility to lead the congregation in being good stewards of our campus. And my goodness, do we have a stunningly gorgeous campus. Our church features art from local renowned artists and historically significant architecture, not to mention our fabulous pipe organ, which is a work of art in and of itself.
And our campus is not just used on Sunday mornings for worship. We host support groups and therapy sessions and scout troops and music lessons and nonprofit meetings and board meetings and our annual high school baccalaureate. Truly, this space is used 7 days a week, almost 365 days a year. And our community knows that this is a space that is a place of refuge and celebration and sanctity and remembrance.
This church is where we do life together, whether it's celebrating new life in the sacrament of baptism, celebrating the ongoing life together as disciples in the sacrament of communion, or celebrating and witnessing our life eternal when we lay our saints to rest in our beautiful memorial garden. In all of these things, we walk through the hills and valleys of life together, and we welcome anyone who passes through our doors and wants to join us on this sacred journey through life.
So along with our Board of Building and Grounds and our moderator team and the many members of this church who have voiced their hopes and dreams for our worship space, we have identified 6 areas that are in desperate need of renovation in order for us to continue to provide a clean, safe, accessible environment for our community to gather and to worship. And so we hope that you will follow the Holy Spirit and going into the next chapter of the mission of Claremont United Church of Christ. We have done amazing work for the last 130 years, and we can't wait to see what God has in store for us next.
So we hope you will join us in
building on the past and believing in the future.
I'm Joanne Banks, and I've been a part of Claremont United Church of Christ since the mid-1980s and have had the honor of serving as a moderator recently. I loved this space from the moment I walked in. I loved attending services, weddings, concerts, and other events all year long. Some of us with health concerns are finding it's best they avoid attending services and events in person altogether. I've come to dread the summer afternoon wedding or memorial service in our own sanctuary. Air conditioning this beautiful space will ensure a level of comfort for all who attend all events offered all year long.
Hi, I'm Alice Marie Perot. This is my son Julius Stubing. We have been coming to Claremont United Church of Christ for many years. We have underlying conditions that are pretty obvious right now that affect my son's ability to control his body temperature. He's vocalizing to participate. So when my son was born, he had a brain injury causing his cerebral palsy. The part of his brain that was injured is the basal ganglia and the hippocampus. Those are the areas of the brain that control body temperature. So while you might think that the temperature in the church is unique to our concern as a family, the thing that is the crossover between Julius and other people is that what happened to him happens to all of us as we age. Our hypothalamus in the brain doesn't function as well. It gets sluggish, and it does impact our ability to control our body temperature. So it's something we need to take seriously. In the summertime, we often cannot come to church. This was long before COVID. So I think it's something we really need to address.
My name is Marcia Ellison. I've been coming to Claremont UCC for about 1.5 years. Accessible bathrooms are an essential for many, but actually they are a safety factor for all. There will come a time in everyone's life when they might be incapacitated. And if they are, then this will be a way that they can use the restroom in a safe and easy manner.
My name is Marina Zanzarini, and I've been a member of Claremont United Church of Christ for almost 7 years. And we say that all are welcome here at Claremont United Church of Christ, but that's just part of what we stand for. We must make our campus accessible to all who come to us. And by making our bathrooms accessible, we will achieve that goal.
Hi, I'm Butch Henderson, Pastor Emeritus here at the church, and I'm a part of Claremont United Church of Christ Past. I was here for 20 years. And during my time, we had so many people ask about a place to scatter their ashes, to put their cremains in their church. And there was really no place. There were informal scatterings around our churchyard. So as we surveyed the church property, we realized that we had a patio around the King Chapel and began to plan and build on the future. So now we have a memorial garden. How could we have known that 30 years later it would be reaching its capacity? And it's time now for us to go to phase 2, so that our memorial garden will continue to offer an extravagant welcome, not only to members here, but to people in the community who want to be a part of a historic place that's always offered an extravagant welcome of service to the whole community. So I want to invite you to join me and Rosemary in giving an extravagant gift for our Capital Fund campaign, building on the past and believing in the future.
Hello, I'm Barbara McKenzie. My husband and I, late husband and I, have been members since 1961, and we've seen many changes in the church, all for the better. And I'm speaking today about the Memorial Garden and that area down there. My husband's ashes are buried in the garden. And I think it's a wonderful place to be. So we really need to enlarge the garden so there'll be more space. And I think it's a wonderful place to look forward to my ashes being. Also, there's a need for a bathroom, a restroom in that area. And it's been something that we've needed for a long time. So that will also be installed.
My name is Bob Perry. I'm chair of the Building and Grounds Board this year, and am coming to you with an appeal to look at our pre-Memorial Plaza and to think about reinventing the landscape that frames our entryway. In this process, as a landscape architect by profession, I see great opportunity to take this aged landscape and to provide much more interest and a greater sense of welcoming to our community. In this regard, the trees have grown large and are doing damage to walls. They're covering the beautiful facade of our east elevation, and there's just a great opportunity to reconnect with the community at large through the development of a new plan here. So I encourage you to support this project. I'm very excited about it. I'm very happy to be a member of this church and be able to contribute to the many good things we do. Thank you.
I'm Tad Creasy. I'm the past moderator. I also am somebody who have come down over the years to do landscaping chores as part of my contribution and also my enjoyment. Over the years, I've seen the Cree Memorial Plaza area be used, and it's now starting to be overgrown. We're seeing effects of the trees becoming too large and damming the beautiful fieldstone walls, and it's time for a facelift. I am very excited about the opportunity to include a refurbishment of the Cree Memorial Plaza in the capital campaign as It will be a wonderful opening and welcoming statement from the street and to all that wish to visit Claremont UCC. We have a beautiful church. It needs to be seen. It needs to be appreciated as people come to visit, and I think this landscape refurbishment is needed. We are an open and welcoming church, and opening up our entrance, which the Cree Memorial Plaza is a wonderful step towards restating that message. Also, because it's a gathering area for events that we hold, it will make that a more functional area in the future years. I look forward to this part of the capital campaign. I'm very enthusiastic about it, and I hope everyone will enjoy the improvements upon their completion.
Hi, I'm Brian Frame, and I'm a Sunday school teacher here at Claremont United Church of Christ. I have been serving for years in this ministry, and it blesses my heart year after year to see a child come up into the preschool class and then move on to the upper grades, and then their little brother or sister comes in, and their little brother and sister comes in, and we see families grow in the knowledge of God and loving each other. It's a great space for worship where we come every single week and we learn about God and we learn about God's people and the stories of God and how much God loves us. But I gotta tell you, the building, it's getting dilapidated. The Guild Hall is over 100 years old, and in my particular classroom, there's a hole in the floor, and I have to keep it marked off and put a bookcase in front of it so the kids don't fall through it. We've got an old busted air conditioner that sits inside one of the windows, and it's kind of teetering and could fall out at any minute, I fear, but it just doesn't cool down the classroom properly. So in the midst of the summer heat, the kids and I are very hot in there. And the worst of it is that we don't have accessible bathrooms. If we had a child that was in a wheelchair that wanted to attend and wanted to be part of God's community, we couldn't even get them to a space where they could use the restroom. And that's not good enough. We could do better for these kids and these families at this church.
Hi, my name is Trevor Lush Johnson, and I'm the sitting chair of the Early Child Care Center. The Early Child Care Center has been with us for over 70 years. It is an integral part of our church community and of our city. Over the past few years being on the board, I have been concerned seeing doors that do not necessarily provide security, and making sure that our facilities are fully upgraded and safe is so vital to making sure that all the students are safe and secure every day, and also that we are meeting our requirements as a child care center. I hope you'll be able to join us in offering an extravagant welcome to the children of our community, in providing safe, secure, and positive educational environments to them every single day.
Hello, I'm John Van. I'm the IT director for the church.
On Sunday mornings, my team of volunteers and I set up the church's AV and live stream so that we can worship with our viewers around the world. We have learned more than ever about the importance of technology. There are so many improvements we can make to enhance our accessibility and share our message globally. From better cameras, audio controls, enhanced lighting, and improved equipment for our hybrid adult education classes. With your help, we can bring the church into the 21st century. Thank you.
This is our church. This is our home. This is where we do life together.
We look forward to you joining us and the many voices who are already part of this effort to build on the past and believe in the future.